Alright you guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to look at Jerry Rice once again, but I want to look at the right video. I want to look at the video that tells me the most about his story. And the way we're going to do that nowadays, like I'm completely and utterly overwhelmed with all the comments I get. I want to say thank you to all you guys. To even say that, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to wake up and it's all going to be a dream. I'm literally thinking that every now and then. I'm thinking, fuck, am I dreaming? Or is my YouTube channel actually blowing up like it is? And you know, I put myself at ease straight away because I say to myself, well, Jacob, if it is a dream, then when you wake up, the first thing you're going to do is get that camera out and make your first Rugby Player Reacts to NFL videos. You know, if I lost my YouTube channel, if I lost all these videos, I'd do it again. I would, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the journey. I don't know where it's going to end up, but I've always enjoyed the hustle. I've enjoyed having goals, reaching them. I made a video fucking, 3 months ago at 10,000 subscribers saying that by the end of this year, I hoped like hell I might make it to 15,000. How many do we have right now? I mean, as I make this, guys, just put it into perspective, I don't know when this video is going to come out, but I've got 21,017 subscribers right now. And I'd say that this video might come out in a couple of weeks, and in that time, the way things are going, I have no idea where it's going to be. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm getting comments from people all the time saying, why the fuck, and it makes me laugh, man, because I can't control it. They're saying, why the fuck is this guy's face all over my recommended video feed? Why am I seeing this guy all over my recommended videos? Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But it seems that if you're an NFL fan, if you subscribe to the NFL channel, you're most likely going to see my face at one point. And I don't know what to do about that. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I'm comfortable with it. I guess I have to be. That's the risk you take about putting yourself out there. You've got to be comfortable with yourself. And it's taken 5 years for me to really be comfortable with myself. And that's what I'd say about people who want to start YouTube channels. It's never too late. 2018 isn't too late. And if you find a niche and find something that people do enjoy whilst being yourself, that is just the absolute jackpot. It's the best of both worlds, and I feel like I've finally found it. So, I'm going to roll the intro, and then we're going to look at some comments and find the Jerry Rice video that I need to watch. Peace. Alright guys, so we're going to look at some comments here. We're going to write in, we're going to type in Jerry Rice and see what comes up. I'm trying to look for a particular video. See, this is an awesome comment, man. Bro, I really love all your videos. The genuine reaction is what draws me in. I love how you research these guys, and I'm here every day for your vids. You should take it back to the old days, the pioneer of the wide receiver, Jerry Rice. I mean, comments like that, guys, just keep me going, man. They really, really do. Alright, I don't reckon we're going to find it. Actually, you know what? Jerry Rice, Joseph Vincent. Let's see what comes up here. No? Really? Nothing about Joseph Vincent? Alright then. Jerry Rice story? Jerry Rice, from catching bricks to most touchdowns in NFL history, a football life, NFL films. It's 20 minutes long, guys. I don't want to do that to you. Alright, I think we're going to have to do it. You know, this is going to be the one and only Jerry Rice video that I watch on his life, so we're going to do it. Jerry Rice, from catching bricks to the most touchdowns in NFL history, a football life. He had a 20-year career. Absolutely amazing. Let's go, Rice.
He was exceptional. The greatest receiver of all time.
The greatest receiver to ever play the game of football.
What a rap. Not 50 Cent, a rap that the guys gave him just then.
I think if people want to picture a small southern town in the deep south, very few stoplights, if any, a town of a few hundred people, maybe 1,000. Now take that image and go about 10 times smaller, and that's Crawford, Mississippi. Jerry and his family and his siblings actually lived outside of Crawford. I was not playing football, basketball, or anything, but I would run 5 miles or more, and my mom would look at me and she would say, "Son, why are you doing this?" And I didn't know. Then I would chase horses. If I caught the horse, then I could ride the horse the rest of the day.
Jerry's favorite horse was named Pete. He ride like a Cadillac, ride just like a car. That was the smoothest riding horse I ever seen.
And he was the fastest horse in the community. But it took me like 45 minutes to an hour to run him down. But once I caught him, then I had him the rest of the day, and nobody wanted to race me.
Growing up in Crawford was not all
Now that's awesome.
mainly because of Joe
Kids
Rice,
just don't do that
Jerry's
these
father.
days.
Joe was a hard-working man who ingrained that trait into his children.
My dad, Joe Nathan Rice, was a very tough man. Very tough guy. One of those guys that didn't say, "I love you." And my father was a brick mason, and he would take me to work with him during the summer.
Bricklayer.
My job was to make sure that my father had
Chasing
bricks
horses
to
and
lay.
laying bricks.
If I was up on the scaffold, I had to catch the bricks.
He had to catch him. Sometimes 2, I think we have throwed up high 3, maybe 4 at a time.
Catching
As
bricks.
long as I did my job where he had bricks to lay, everything went smoothly. I prided myself on trying to catch everything. If you didn't do that, then you're going to get behind schedule. And whenever you get behind schedule, you lose money because you have another job that you have to get to.
His hand was something. He could catch most things because you can catch a brick all day.
Well, that explains a lot.
It's got to condition your fingers to catching anything that hit them. He had very long fingers. He always caught the ball with his hand. And that was a good sign that he could be a good receiver.
Jerry Rice became the centerpiece of Archie Cooley's innovative no-huddle offense. With rocket arm quarterback Willie Totten launching passes into orbit, the Delta Devils grew into an unstoppable scoring machine, dubbed the Satellite Express.
Rice!
When opponents began to double-team Rice, Cooley had his star receiver impersonate teammate Ron Hill.
I'm going to change Rice's jersey, give it to Hill, and he give him Hill's jersey.
He just felt like if I put on a different jersey, that would, throw them off just a little bit.
Now they'd be covering Hill as Rice. 45 catching all touchdown passes over here, coach. This must be Rice over here. But it was too late. We had them 36-0 at the first quarter.
Wow.
As a senior, Rice scored 28 touchdowns. During his career, Rice broke 18 Division I AA records. But NFL scouts were leery of his small school pedigree. Not everyone was skeptical. 49ers head coach Bill Walsh saw Rice's potential the first time he watched him play.
He was overnight playing the Houston Oilers, and it was a Saturday night before the game, and he was bored, and he turned on the local news, and they were playing the highlights, and he couldn't believe this one guy was lighting it on fire.
In last night's contest,
Oh!
Jerry Rice had 4 catches for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns against TSU, as he and quarterback Willie Totten have combined for an outstanding year.
I love the fact that they cover college sport and college football so much in America. I reckon that's awesome, eh?
And picked the greatest football player I really believe that ever has played the game.
Off the field, Rice had a lot to learn. On it, he looked like a seasoned pro.
Eric Wright,
Love that
Ron
uniform.
Blood, Carlton Williamson, and Dwight Hicks.
I love the long
As far as
sleeves,
that
man. I love the
secondary
baggy
has to go down
tops.
History as one of the best of all time. And Jerry was running by him all the time for long touchdown receptions, and it was actually demoralizing.
It would have been.
Brilliance Rice displayed
Once he's in front of you, you can't catch him.
didn't carry over to the regular season.
Oh, no.
Jerry grew up catching bricks, suddenly had hands of stone.
Writers were keeping track of how many passes he was dropping and saying what a flop he was.
Come on, Rice.
We wondered, was
Nerves.
the stage too big?
could this young, talented athlete from this remote program step into the NFL and become a star?
I feel like you have to go through some type of adversity to have success. Dropping footballs and having the crowd to boo me, having the media say that I don't think Bill Walsh should have drafted this guy from this small black school. That motivated me to
can't be dropping
go out there
those.
And work harder and just to prove everybody wrong.
As soon as Rice learned the offense, then he could concentrate physically, and all of a sudden, boom.
Late in his rookie year, Jerry Rice exploded on Monday Night Football, setting the single-game franchise record for receiving yards. On one of the game's biggest stages, Rice proved he belonged.
Never worry anymore.
Catch by catch, this son of a Mason began to build his masterpiece.
I love those tops, man. That red and white top is sick.
He had some crazy knack to be able to get behind.
Joe Montana.
Sometimes that pure speed just can't catch up to the football.
I've heard that name. The Packers versus the 49ers. That's probably my favorite game currently.
He saw the ball up in the air. He was going to go get it because it was his. Singled up, he's almost impossible to cover. The one game against Atlanta, they were really
bang off the let go. Yes.
He scored 5 touchdowns.
Too easy. Too easy, Jerry Rice.
He did a very good job of reading coverages and knowing where the holes were. Because of his body language, it was easy to let the ball go early.
Sticks him.
When it came to fitness,
here we go.
Rice was also king of the hill.
This is what I want to hear.
For years, the centerpiece of Rice's training regimen was a grueling 2.5-mile run up a mountain trail. A workout that became legendary for the strength and will of well-conditioned athletes.
Oh, that would be so hard. So hard.
I'm like, all right, it can't be that bad. You know, I'm very competitive. I had to stop on that hill a couple of times, bro. My back was killing me. That hill is no joke. That man's a beast.
I had certain players say, man, why are you still working so hard? You know, you are like the man. It was this fear of failure that was pushing me. If I had a year where I had over 1,000 yards, over 90 catches, I felt like I had to come back the next year and have a better season.
When we would practice, he would come out 45 minutes early, and sometimes he would be lining up, covering kickoffs, returning punts, doing things, stretching, working on stands and starts, some routes, some cutting. And then after practice, he'd run more gassers.
I'd do that too. I would.
Not even a torn ACL could stop Rice.
A torn ACL?
One night, there was saw going on.
Fuck, they all have injuries, eh?
And my dad had sawed his cast off.
Oh, hello.
Said that he was okay. He was ready to play.
2.5 months later, plays in a home Monday night game. He caught a touchdown.
Great backdrop by Steve Young. Throws to the end zone.
Oh, I don't want to see this, man. Oh, no.
While admirable, Rice's maniacal drive impacted his relationships in the locker room.
He was labeled as, you know, probably not a good teammate at one point in time, selfish, things of that nature.
Was he one of the guys? Yes.
We don't think you want to know. Man, we're going to save it for the field.
Was he going to hang out with the fellas? No. Jerry was going to be out by himself. He was out by himself in the shadows.
Sacrifices you got to make?
Different kind of cat. That's the mystery of Jerry Rice. We don't even know Jerry really.
I think Jerry probably the best football player ever to lace him up. But I don't know if Jerry has the relationships that made the game fun.
Yeah, man.
The early
I feel you.
I was so focused on trying to be the best football player I could be and also proving people to be wrong that I didn't have fun.
Despite the consequences, Rice always wanted more. Not even an 11-catch, 215-yard performance in Super Bowl 23 was enough.
They win the Super Bowl in 1988, and Jerry is named the most valuable player of the game. And after the game, it's traditional that the MVP has the cameras in front of them and says, "I'm going to Disney World." But they chose to go with Joe Montana after the game, and that rubbed Jerry the wrong way. He did believe that there were racial overtones as part of it.
Right now, you read the newspaper. There's nothing about Jerry Rice being MVP. If it was Joe Montana, Dwight Clark, it'd be headlines all over. I don't know if I get any recognition. No, I'm not saying it's racism. You know, I'm really just speaking from my heart.
I feel like we can.
Man, you can't be saying that.
But we got to work hard at it.
You can't be saying that. That's gonna that kind of thing's definitely gonna rub some people up the wrong way, eh? Undecided on old Jerry Rice, but we've got 6 minutes to go.
Montana launches it for the end zone. Jerry Rice! Oh, what a catch by Rice!
In Super Bowl 24, Jerry Rice finished with 7 catches for 148 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh,
As
3
the 49ers
touchdowns in
won
the...
their second straight championship.
Oh, nice. 2 Super Bowls. Let's do it again,
For the
man.
next 3 years, the leadership in the locker room began to change as Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott, and Joe Montana all left the team.
To watch those guys leave, it was devastating to me because I'm like, okay,
It's on you now, mate.
Montana, how can you get rid of God? That was that extra incentive for me to work a little bit harder, not get complacent.
We knew that it was important that Steve be able to connect with and develop a relationship with and really grow with Jerry Rice.
Jerry preferred Montana to be the quarterback. He had trouble catching passes from a left-handed quarterback.
So Ted Walsh was the equipment manager for years and years for the 49ers, and he was lefty. And he could throw a freaking ball.
Spin it.
Literally thousands of footballs that Ted Walsh threw Jerry Rice to get him used to lefty spin. Jerry wore Ted out.
You know, Steve was an exceptional quarterback. I have more touchdowns with Steve than I had with Joe, but being able to adjust to him, I just
Nice
felt like
tape.
I had weight on my shoulders.
Rice and Young did form a dynamic duo, but it wasn't enough to defeat the Dallas Cowboys in either the 1992
Dallas gets the turnover.
or 1993 NFC Championship game.
Dallas, your Cowboys are still champions.
We won on Sunday. Got on the plane Monday. I came to the Pro Bowl. Jerry Rice comes up behind me. He said, "I chased you all year and I couldn't catch you. I want you to know I'm already training for next year."
Oh no. Hold up, guys. Just a sec.
Came to the Pro Bowl. Jerry Rice comes up behind me. He said, "I chased you all year and I couldn't catch you. I want you to know I'm already training for next year." I was like, that's how competitive he is.
Frustration was high.
Too competitive, man.
2 times in a row now to the Cowboys.
But I guess he would never have played 20 years at the top of his game if he wasn't.
49er. You hear about certain players, and you're like, oh my God, he's coming here?
Deion Sanders won the 1994
Prime time.
Defensive Player of the Year and helped San Francisco reach their 3rd straight NFC Championship game against the Cowboys.
We jumped off to a big start and got the big lead.
Yes.
And they started fighting back, and right before the half, I was standing next to Tim McDonald, and you see the ball in the air.
Goes for the end zone.
And it was one of those deals where we're on the sideline like, oh, Jerry's going to get that.
Rice is out there. Touchdown 49ers. Rice beat Larry Brown.
Yeah, Rice.
Down, sort of let them know, not today.
the 49ers were on their way back to the Super Bowl. All they had to do now was get along with each other in Miami.
Deion and Jerry had very different approaches. Jerry was always grinding, always serious, and Deion injected some showmanship and some fun.
When we went to the Super Bowl, Deion's out on the town. And the coach is talking about, well, some guys missed curfew, I'm going to find them. The players in 49er style said, no, coach, we don't have them listening. And as soon as that door shut, it was Deion and JR.
Hey, look, you know, we're not here to hang out or just to have a good time. We are here to win the Super Bowl.
So I stood up and said, hey, you know darn well we're going to beat the brakes off San Diego. If we were home, we would be going out on a Wednesday. I can understand if it's Saturday, but this is Wednesday. Everybody calm down. We got this, all right?
That was the first time that I had seen the two of them like really getting upset and really going at each other and really being upset.
Two completely
like,
different styles.
So they could come to blows.
But two absolute superstars.
I think Deion correctly understood this team is tense and stressed, and if they could loosen up and just be great, it would help them. But try telling that to Jerry Rice.
Once the Super Bowl started, the only story was how dominant the 49ers were.
Awesome. That's what you want to hear. Go Rice! No.
Rice caught 10 passes for 149 yards and 3 touchdowns, despite injuring his shoulder.
Young, quick pass, slant in, Jerry Rice, another touchdown.
Young to Rice.
Wow.
Nice win.
3 Super Bowls, 28 receptions, 512 yards, 7 touchdowns.
That's an awesome record, that is.
Where are we going? We're going to Disneyland.
Maybe 3 days after the Super Bowl, I went back down to the facility. No one was there, just empty. And I peeked out the back. Jerry's out there.
Don't tell me Jerry Rice is out there practicing. Please. Jerry, go to Disneyland. Go to Disneyland, bruss.
Routes. There's only one guy that does that. He was the greatest player to ever play the game. I would say that little story maybe tells you more than anything about maybe why.
Man. Geez, I mean, he just loves it. He's just football, isn't he? Mr. Football. That was awesome. I now know who Jerry Rice is, but I also know the kind of man he was. And it feels like, you know, doing that interview with him as an older guy, looking back on his career, he's sort of chilled out a little bit now. He can look at it with a bit of perspective, which is good to see. But yeah, Jerry Rice, awesome story. Actually, before I do go, I need to see who has the NFL touchdown records. Jerry Rice, 208. Crazy. Who's gonna break that, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. If you have liked this video, it's gone a hell of a long time. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you have. If you want to stick around for more, subscribe. And I'll see you guys back here for another video very soon. Alright, catch ya.